Scheid. I'm from Mainstays Theatrical Supply. I'm the rigging and curtain project manager there. That's also the lead on your install here. Now I've got 18 manual counterweight sets and 4 motorized electrical battens. I'm going to show you guys how to use this stuff. First thing I did today was we're going to start with the counterweight stuff. It's the most important. This is the stuff you can mess up. This is the stuff you can drop things and break things and hurt people. The motorized system is pretty safe. You don't have to worry about loading or unloading or anything like that. You can do what you want with it. It'll be fine as long as you don't wail into somebody with it as you're bringing it in. I brought in line set number 4. What I would have done, we got this ready for you so you didn't have to wait and watch us tie a quarter on for you. I would have called out line set number 4 coming in downstage, and I would have brought the pipe down. And right now you're at pipe weight. The red weights are your pipe weight. You never take the red weights off. When you're unloading or loading a batten, you stop at the red. So right now I have your border tied on. I figured it out, it's probably around 39, 40 pounds. I'm now going to ask my loading person upstairs to load on 3 bricks onto the arbor. Line set number 4, add 3 bricks please.
Adding 3 bricks.
Thank you. You don't do anything until they're done. The main principle with counterweight rigging is to keep the heavy end down. So right now, the pipe is heavier than the arbor. What she's going to do is add a few bricks to that arbor to balance the load out so that this pipe will move very easily, stay balanced, and won't move on its own. To make it easier on you guys, I went ahead and ordered all the counterweight as 1-inch bricks. These are your bricks here. They weigh about 13.9 pounds. Makes it a lot easier to load them up top than a great big 2-inch brick that weighs almost 4 pounds. So what they're doing up there, removing the collar, lifting at the splitter plates, and they clamp in, and they're adding the weight just like that right in there. When they're done, they're going to put the collars back down. They're going to lock them.
3 bricks are loaded.
Thank you. Now I'm going to go ahead. This is the rope lock. I'm going to release the rope lock. Pull down on the inside rope. Makes your pipe go up. That's still a little bit of pipe. I can feel that. Now, the fact that I can move it pretty easily, though, means that I can bring it on down. And if I were to let go of this, as you'll see, it's going to move. So you're out of balance. You're pipe heavy now. Knock that off. For fine tuning, we're going to leave some bricks down here on the ground. And again, you raise your spreader plates. You unlock your collar into your lock collar. You raise your spreader plates. These bricks are designed with a notch inside. If you alternate the notches, it gives you a finger hole, someplace to grab the brick. Allows you to grab the brick easier than trying to deal with a smooth brick. Lock the collars stay locked at all times to keep the weights down. Try it again. Still a bit pipe heavy. There are going to be occasions when you can't get it perfect. It'll either be pipe heavy or it'll be arbor heavy. In those cases, you want it to be a little bit arbor heavy. That way, if anything does move, it's going to go away from people, not towards people. Move that nail in the brick. Rope locks are only designed to hold about 50 pounds out of weight. If you get any more out of balance than that, it's going to start running. The rope will go through it and it'll start running. The purpose of that is, if you've got this thing 150 pounds out of weight, and you let that lock off, you're not going to be able to stop it. It's going to go. It's going to go one way or the other, it's just going to fly. So you need to really keep your stuff in balance. See now, it's pretty much in balance. Nothing moves. I got the locks off. Everything stays put. It's very easy to move now. alterations. Before we leave, there will be numbers everywhere. We'll have a card here that says line set number 4, balance. The arbor will have a number on the top of it. That's why you communicate which arbor you're using, which line set you need loading or unloading. If you were to take this border off, I would bring it in. Line set number 4 coming in downstage. Since this border goes on this pipe, we're not going to actually take it off, but if we were going to, I'd bring it into its low trim, lock it off. I would then ask my person on the gallery to take line set number 4 to pipe weight. And that means, again, taking all the extra weights off down to the red. So now we do have the heavy end back down again, and then we can go ahead and take your curtain off, or take your piece of scenery off, or whatever you're going to do. Times when you have to be particularly careful, if you're flying a flat, say your rigging hardware is above the flat, you're going to get to a point where that flat hits the ground. And when you try to bring the pipe in, it's going to get very heavy all of a sudden. This is going to get very heavy. So you need to have a couple people here hauling it in and holding it. And then twist your ropes together and hold it until that you get your pipe back down, pipe right in, and then you take your scenery out. Same way when you're loading. You're going to come down and you put your piece of scenery on. You're going to have to try to anticipate what you're going to need, because it's obviously going to be still sitting on the ground. You're not going to have your load on the pipe yet, but you need to have your arbor loaded to get that load. So again, pull your ropes together, take multiple twists, and somebody stands here and holds it. You're blocking it. And then slowly digs it out. And hold the front line, take it out, see what you got. If it goes real quick, you're going to be in trouble. You might want to have a couple people here if you're doing scenery. So far, so good. Any questions? So that's your basics for counterweights. Obviously, you can use these anywhere you want. You can use more trim on around 17 feet-ish. You figured it was going to be good. Somewhere in there. And then stay put. This is your Prodigy Quick Touch controller. This controls your electrics. Power up here with the key. Come on with a little self-check. Through. System okay. We're all set. To select which one you want. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your first electric, your second electric, your third electric, and your fourth electric. I've gone ahead and labeled them with their actual line set numbers. So your first electric is set 3, first electric. Right now it's a 26 foot. I've trimmed these to come from low trim at 4 foot, high trim at 26. There's no real reason to go any higher than that with your electrics. This electric here will hit the ductwork if you take it up too far, which we found out last night in the hard way. So it is trimmed so it can never go past that duct. And I just basically use that for our high trim. Normally your electrics will probably be 20 foot, 19 foot, something like that, just tucked in behind your borders, obviously. You have a fixed speed remote control. Basically you select here, you can only run one at a time. There's no chance of running 2 at a time and having one move that you don't expect it to move. So you select number 1. Say first electric downstage coming in. You hit the green button. Green is the ground, green for grass, blue for the sky. You can also be controlled from the controller here. There's lots of nifty little displays and stuff here, but you're not looking at the controller, you're watching your piece moving. At all times you should be watching your piece moving. If anything stops, if somebody says stop, let go of the button, it will stop. There's no way to make it run without you holding the button. Big thump you hear when it starts, that's the motor brake and the load brake turning off simultaneously and the machine starting to run. It's a perfectly normal sound. That's its lower limit. It'll never go lower than that. If it does go lower than that, there's another limit. It's called the over travel limit. It will get stuck there if something was wrong, and you need to call us. We haven't had that happen yet. Knock on wood, it shouldn't happen yet. Same thing, goes up and down. This has a 2,000 pound capacity. Right now the truss is sitting at about 160 pounds, so you've got plenty of weight left to go on there. I don't think you'll ever hit 2,000 pounds, but it will hold 2,000 pounds and still run. If you put 2,010 pounds on it, it will not run, and it will tell you if there is ever a fault, it will tell you the fault. One of your faults will be slack line detection. If this thing hangs up on something, starts picking up one end, and one of the lines doesn't have weight on it, it will stop. It will say slack line, and you'll have to go and find out what it's hung up on. You have to go and free it up, and then it will run again. It will automatically reset. If for some reason you're moving it, somebody panics and hits the E-stop button. That shuts off all the power to all hoists. Nothing will move. No matter what you do, nothing will select. It says E-stop. What you do, this will say local, or it'll say remote, or it'll say external, I believe is what the third one's called. And there's one over there on stage right, just above there's a panel over there on the wall. You'll see. You have to release the E-stop, twist and pull. You have to recycle the power. Again, the E-stop, if somebody sees something and they can't communicate to you quick enough, hit the E-stop. If something goes wrong, if he doesn't stop, anything happens, hit the E-stop. It shuts off the power to all the hoists. Nothing will move up or down until you figure out what's wrong and recycle your power. Again, you have your first electric, your second electric, third electric, fourth electric. Your display will tell you how high it is at any given point. It will tell you how much load you have on it. So now if you want, say we take first electric, let's say we take this out to 18 feet. Moves 30 feet a second, it's all you can do. 30 feet a minute, I'm sorry. 30 feet a second. You got it at 18 feet. Let's say you want that thing at 18 feet every time, say you're bounce focusing or something like that. You can hit this preset button. Hold the hoist button for 5 seconds. Now you have a preset there. So when you come down, you go back up. It will stop at 18 feet. If you want to keep going, hit the key again. It will keep going. So just stop at that point every time. It's not a hard stop. You can go past it. You just have to stop and go. Try it going down. Yep. Okay. So again, if you want to keep coming, come on in. I mean, I'm assuming you guys are going to bounce focus a lot. Bring it in, make your adjustments, send it back out. If you have to change the lamp, you have the show focused, you can bring it in, take it back out, and it'll be in the same place it was. To clear that preset, hit the preset button again. Select the hoist you want to clear it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Preset's not cleared. And it will travel past it. We've got 3 trusses in the batten. Just like you used to have. We haven't quite finished yet. We will have the power will travel with it. Extension cables so that it'll make it up and down for you. That's pretty much it on this. Any other questions? You guys want to try it? I do. Okay. Go on over. Which would you like to start?
All right, are we through with our lesson?
I think so.
Say bye.
Bye.
I'm a kinesthetic one.
Okay.